Welcome everybody to How Fast Will It Go, and today we're dealing with the 2010 Lamborghini Murciélago LP670-4 SV. Now this has 1,435 horsepower, 1,057 pounds-feet of torque from a 7-litre twin-turbocharged V12 engine, and the vehicle itself now weighs 3,272 pounds. It still has all-wheel drive, and it can do 0 to 60 in 2.194 seconds, and 0 to 100 in 4.041 seconds. So yeah, the big disadvantage with this car on this series is going to be that rear wing. Granted, the faster we're going to go, the better handling the vehicle is going to get, but it's also going to reduce the top speed, especially in comparison to the Lamborghini Aventador, which is still the fastest Lamborghini we've had on this series, which managed 273 miles an hour. Not going to expect this to get quite up to that speed, but it will be interesting to see what it can do in comparison and how close it can get, especially when it has such an aerodynamic disadvantage when it comes to top speed. So yeah, but it still has a hell of a lot of power, especially for my car that still has its stock engine. So yeah, nonetheless, let's get out there and see what it can do. So yeah, having that native all-wheel drive is obviously going to help this car, not just in terms of keeping the power in check, but also in terms of you know, it not ruining the handling, because it's not an addition, it's the standard as it was, which is all good. And as you can see, we're already up to 240 miles an hour. And there's 250, 260, 266, 7, 8, 9. We're blipping 270 there. Whoa dear. Well, I'm not quite convinced that we got 270, but we did see it a little bit. But it wasn't a consistent amount of speed. Even 269 is still pretty good. It's only about 4 miles an hour off the Aventador, which again, when you consider this has a big rear wing, is not half bad, and I have no idea what that car is doing. Stupid Mercedes all over the road. Yeah, didn't get quite the good run there, but 269 is still good. So let's get around this roundabout and see what else we can do on the other side. There's some understeer at lower speeds with this car, unfortunately. But luckily that's not what we're here for today. Faster the car the better. Yeah, it's pretty relentless in terms of gaining its speed, even at the high end like this. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any more. Not looking likely. It is relentless at the top end, but it's not quite quick enough to garner any speed as quickly as other vehicles. Yeah, 269 is what we're going to be dealing with today. It might have blipped onto 270 for a decent amount of time at one point, but I didn't see it. I only saw it flicking between 269 and 270. So yeah, I'm going to call it 269, which is still not half bad. It matches the Lotus Eleven, the Saleen S7, the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, and beats the Mosler MT900S Porsche number 23 and the Maserati MC12 Versione Corsa. Slightly behind the likes of the Vauxhall Monaro VXR and the Honda NSX-R GT, and 4 miles an hour off the Lamborghini Aventador and the McLaren P1. But that is still fairly good, especially considering this car didn't have the highest top speeds ever. You know, the likes of the McLaren F1 and the McLaren P1 and the like, they were already really rather quick cars. They were doing 230, 240 mile an hour even standard. So yeah, the fact that this was able to do 269 mile an hour, which is way out of its original top speed, is still fairly good. And again, it's still dealing with that aerodynamic disadvantage in that rear wing. So yeah, fairly impressed by it. And yeah, it would have been nice for it to get slightly closer to the Aventador, but 269 mile an hour is still not bad at all, and yeah, it's comfortably in the top 20. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.